we're going to start by highlighting using my Skin Perfecting Concealer. I'm using it in this case about 4 shades lighter than my skin tone. I'm going to highlight under my eyes, inner cannula right along parallel to my nose, well into the cheekbones as well. Remember, your concealer has to be 2 to 4 shades lighter than your skin, because we're accentuating. We are going to highlight the areas that we want most prominent. We're also gonna draw a straight line 1 inch below your cheekbone and 1 inch above your jawline, and you just draw a straight line. I also like to highlight my smile lines as well as your chin, and you're just creating some sort of triangles, an inverted triangle, and also an inverted triangle on your forehead. And make sure you highlight a straight line right across your nose bridge. Next, we're gonna start contouring using my favorite tool, the Sculpting Trio by Unique. I really like this because the shades are in cream form and they're very easy to work with, and they evenly diffuse. I like to spray a little bit of setting spray so that my creams stay longer in place. And then I'm gonna use a contouring brush to get my pigment on my brush. First, we're going to draw our cheekbones, starting at the top of your ear, creating a line that will end where your eyes end. This is going to slim down your face and give you those perfect and well-defined cheekbones. Next, I'm going to draw my jawline. I think that straight, well-defined jawlines are so sexy in women. So you just go right along your jawline. If you have a large forehead, you also want to define right below where your hair begins. And I have a wide nose, so I like to use a smaller brush to make my nose look slimmer. And at this point, we're going to start blending. I use a blending sponge, and I also spray a little more of my setting spray because one, I want to make it moist so that it's easier to diffuse my pigments, and I also want to make sure that my pigments are going to stay in place and not move all day. At this point, you're just tapping and lightly diffusing. That's all you do. The more you blend, the more natural your contouring is going to look. If you approach areas that are kind of difficult to reach with your sponge, use a smaller sponge, or it's okay to use your fingers as well. So we are highlighting at this point, and you just blend and tap lightly. Make sure you don't rub off with a sideways motion, otherwise you're going to move your pigments out of place. And this is how contouring looks. I really like this tool because it has a shimmery cream that you can use for highlighting right under your eyebrows, your inner cannula, your cheekbones. I also like to highlight my Cupid's bow, and to make my nose look a little more perky, I highlight the tip of my nose and my bridge. And this is the final look. Structure and definition. I hope you enjoyed.